Good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to present one of the very good tool in the oil industry. It's called NMR tool, which is standing for Nuclear Magnetic Resonance. The outline for this presentation is introductions, so the NMR value. After that we'll go to touch the physics behind this tool and NMR Relaxation Mechanism, application and real example from the market, and after that we go to the flow typing from NMR. The evaluations of magnetic resonance tool. This is slides showing the Schlumberger tool, CMR tools after the MRX. So started from 1968 and 1995 for CMRA, CMR 200 in 1997 up till to the end to MRX start 2004. The LWD tool for Schlumberger is called Provision tool, start 2002. It can give us real time and steering, and Baker Hughes tools. Actually you have MMAC tracks for LWD and MRX for wire lines tool, which is actually equivalent to the MRX 2004. Here is actually the outputs of the application from the tool, like viscosity, saturations, and permeabilities, and all these kind of things. The value for magnetic resonance tool. What is the value for the magnetic resonance tools? The most important value for this tool, actually, it is lithology-independent porosity. What does it mean? Is lithology-independent porosity. The tool actually it's play on the hydrogen index in the fluid inside the pore space, not the hydrogen index inside the formation. So in this case, is whenever you get a porosity from the NMR tool, you will get the accurate porosity independence in matrix effects. We can get actually the reducible water saturations, we can get precise distributions, we get the free fluids and bound fluids and viscosity, and can also get clay bound and the clay volume as well. All this kind of application can get out of NMR tools. In addition to that, actually, we can get the to reduce the eliminate cost corings whenever you get the rock quality and the good indication of the rock from the NMR. You can get the right place to select the pore value. Increase the net bay reservoir by detecting the right volume of clay. Optimize humidity testing with sampling. So what we always do actually in the Gulf from experience, we do the formation testers or MDT or whatever is the name of the vendor's name with the NMR tools combinable with the same strengths. We run one path with NMR tool to get the rock qualities, and after that we go to do the sampling and pressure, sampling and pressure point. We can detect the gas from NMR as well. We can locate the rock quality reservoir in real times and the characterizations of viscosity in real time as well. How does NMR works? The NMR works actually, has a permanent magnet. This actually aligns or provides hydrogen nuclides protons in the reservoir fluids. After that, we manipulate using the normal frequency RF frequency to maximize the signals of the hydrogens, and after that we reduce the normal frequency signals, and after to measure this kind of fluctuations time. All of that. So we need actually transmitter and the antenna, the magnets, and the receiver. So what we study? We study the nuclei, which is included the hydrogen index or the hydrogen protons, which probabilities we are dealing with the nuclear magnetic probabilities momentums in the formations. How to detect? We detect at different conditions. We cannot measure anything for the hydrogen index in the equilibrium or in the relaxation phase. We have to hit it with the frequency, give him some power like that, and we hit it to maximize the resonance, maximize the signal, and you can measure it after that. What does NMR measures? The hydrogen index, okay, build up and decay of the polarizations. It can be done in the fluid only. From this we can determine the lithology-independent porosity, percent distributions, bound fluids, permeability, fluid identifications, and saturations of hydrocarbon and viscosity as well. So we end up with the TD distributions or total relaxation time. There is 3 items or 3 times of relaxations contribute to this relaxation mechanism. This one is, first one is called surface relaxations, second one is a bulk relaxations, third one is diffusions ingredients. Okay. What is the surface relaxation? Surface relaxations is energy loss due to fluid interaction with the pore space. You know, the rock is a grain size, interact with each other with cementation, and there is some void space or permeability passes inside this rock. The hydrogen index inside the fluids is in the fluid inside this pore space. This hydrogen interact with surface of the grain size and in this case lose some energy, and it's called surface relaxation. Simply, bulk relaxation is actually due to the interactions between the hydrogens between each other. Diffusions of have high and low gradients of magnetic fields. In this case, actually it will affect the relaxation of the hydrogen index. The sum of the 3 of them actually give you the total relaxation time. You can see here surface relaxations with interaction this hydrogen here to the surface of the rock and will lose some energy. The bulk relaxations interact between the hydrogen index itself and the diffusion relaxations with very small field, very high field gradients, and the difference between both gives some loses in the hydrogen index. Surface relaxation actually, whenever you have a small porous, you will have a short relaxations because the time in which you take the hydrogen index to relax is very small. Vice versa, the large relaxations will give big times to relax. If you have actually some sort of mineralogy such as ions in self-relaxation, it will affect more the relaxations of the hydrogen atom, hydrogen or protons. This is a sort of animation showing the relaxation actual times. If you can see here, this is the hydrogen atoms, which is work like a magnets here, interact with the surface of the rock, and it will lose some energy. Second one, which is the bulk relaxations, which actually due to the interactions of the hydrogen atoms with each other, it will lose more energy in this case. The third one actually, which is like diffusion relaxations, which you have like very low field gradients, magnetic, and very high field. Whenever the movement of the hydrogen between both will increase the relaxation and lose some energy due to this kind of difference magnetation gradients. Here is the TD distributions. In this one, certain depths, we have very different types for size. T2 is 70, here is 70, T2 is a few millisecond, here is 500 millisecond. Each one will have some certain sort of decay. The sum of the three of them will be the total one in this case. How can we treat the data? We'll take the echo spacing in this case, enter up with the mathematical models, and end up to get the TD distribution in this case. Out of these distributions, you can make sort of partitioning and get the free fluid and the bond fluid by using the cutoff. This slide actually here, this is showing the total hump here of the distributions, and whenever you use the TT cutoff here, you will show me the bond fluid and the free fluid. The TT cutoff actually is 33 millisecond in sandstone and 100 in limestone. This is just the textbook, but the best way to do that, you take a curve and make NMR lab to get this kind of distributions. Here is a two type of rock. One is the 20 PU porosity and 7.5 millidars porosity. Second one is 19 porosity, which is very close to the 20, but very high permeability. You can see the big spaces between the grain sides here. The distributions shape, it will be difference between first rock and second rock. You can see here, because we have very low permeability, you will see the decay, very fast decay before the TT cutoff in the left hand, but the TT cutoff here for this kind of rock, you see the very low late decay in the right hand result. That means whenever you have a good permeability, you have late decay, small permeability, you will have a high decay, although we have the same porosity. This just slides show you the total sum up of the NMR response, which I explained before. Now, the NMR applications. This slide actually shows the partitioning of the total harm of the NMR tool, matrix, which is the tool can seat, dry clay, tool can seat, clay bound water, and capillary bound also, movable and hydrocarbon. The movable water and the carbon together is called bulk of free fluids. Clay bound is called BVI. Clay bound is called CBWI. The effective porosity plus the clay bound give you the total porosity. We have two types of flow algorithm of flow transform can detect the permeability from NMR. Thermal codes limit the free fluids divided by bound fluids. These are equations which depend on the detail of mean. This slide is very important, which is showing me the total porosity coming from the NMR is the best porosity, so you can take it in any application or any methods to use it for analysis. You see in the bottom section we have calcite, top section have dolomite. The black one is a porosity from NMR. This one porosity from dolomite as a matrix. This dark blue here is a porosity as a dolomite as a matrix. In the bottom section, which you have the clay, is like the calcite is dominant, you will see very good match between NMR and density porosity by using matrix limestone. Top sections, which you have a dominant dolomite, so you have a very good match between NMR and density porosity by using the raw matrix from dolomite. That means that porosity from NMR is more accurate and independent installations. High saturations produce dry water. What does mean by high saturation? High saturation is W mean. That means you have a very high capillary bound. For example, here you see a lot of capillary bound here, capillary bound there, but also to produce this one perforated to get up with dry gas in this case. Although we have very low porosities, still have very reduced waters, reduced zones, only perforated, and this is actually really good permeability reservoirs. You see very high late decay in the right hand, and you have actually very good reservoir to perforated in the top sections, which is a good indicator of permeability. A good indicator for the sand, you can see here very high gamma ray indicator for the shale, which is not right value, not right indicators, but here you see actually very good free fluids and very late decay from here in the right hand of the cutoff here, which is good reservoir. You see so, the saturations of water actually from 4 to 75% at this reservoir here, but we're afraid this reservoir actually will be high as very dry gas in this case, although we have a very high saturation. That means this high saturation actually is bound or reducible water saturation. You cannot actually produce it in this case. As we know, the gas, it will affect the NMR because it depends on the index and electrons. It will give you the value of porosity, which is affected by the gas. But actually, what we will do, we use the density porosity or density curve, which are OB in this case. We use it by techniques called NMR techniques with the CMR, and we end up to final porosity corrected with the gas, which is actually here. This is NMR with the gas effect. This is then the porosity with gas effect as well. You see here the intermediate porosity between position is corrected by the gas. NMR actually combinable, or MRX whatever, combinable with the AMDT or RFT or any other kind of pressure and sampling tool. You can actually use it run it together by evaluating the reservoir fill stones in NMR, and after that we select the pressure point and sampling by AMDT. This example is showing actually in the NMR tool can detect the tar, and actually is confirmed with the heavy oil, confirmed with the, this will actually have a tar dose. We have actually with MDT, very dry test in this case to confirm actually its places which have a top. The NMR actually has a big advantage in very thin bed analysis, so you can detect the thin bed analysis and give in high resolution cases. You can see actually the bimodal distributions here, which showing the shell bed, the thin bed analysis, or thin bed is a bar in this case, and which actually contributed with high resolution in this one. So you can detect the bendability, high resolution in this case, which is actually very high. This hump here, due to this is the clay and this is the sand. When you have a very shell sequence, shelly sand equal to sand bed, you will find this kind of wide distributions from these outputs. Reputation theories, you have actually the total NMR, you can detect the tar. You know the density with the total porosity, the tar can be detected with the NMR tools. The difference between both actually gives the tar volume. Example from Canada here. Here actually this is the density neutron porosity, here is also NMR porosity, the difference between both actually is the tar. This is confirmed by the core analysis. You can see the very good match between this small circle bottom here with the total tar detections from NMR. This example from the Gulf, we have like a corrosion here. You see actually the simulation between CGR and SGR and detection for running effect. Which is like a corrosion sort of select in the volume in this case, and it's confirmed between the density neutrons and CMR value, which is this kind of Harshad degree, which is notation for the tar. Now the most important section, which is the flow typing from NMR. How can you do the flow typing from NMR? How can you detect the oil and water and the gas from NMR? It's actually to rely on the diffusions effect, you can see here. This normal slice, conventional, so we take the echo spacing, anticipate the distribution in this case. Whenever you have a very good bimodal distributions in such like that, you can make a certain cutoff and differentiate between the flow type. But if both these humps come to each other, like interaction between each other and rely on one hump, this will be difficult. So in this case, for example here, whenever you have a single separation between different fluids like this fluid or movement water and the carbon, so you can easily detect it. But whenever you have a different, like here, very good gradient for oil and water down and transition, so you can easily detect this all water contact. But on complex distribution, whenever you have a gas and overlay with oil, overlay with the water, it will be difficult to distribute in this case. So you have to have in this case some sort of techniques which are diffusions, techniques to G2 map to differentiate between that. For example, there is a gas actually have a constant diffusions, water have a constant diffusion, but the oil have a different diffusion depends the gradient of the oil in this case. So by using this kind of T2 map between the TT value and the diffusions on X and Y axis in this case, you can differentiate between the different types of the hydrocarbon, because you have a D gas more than the water and more than the oil. In this example, this graph, you see here actually this is water line, this is oil line, this is water line. That means we have two types of the fluids. We have like a little bit light oil and a little bit high viscous oil in this case. They have some sort of contrast if you have like difficult to separate between the two and divisions. You can see actually both of them, it will actually come to the top right here, so you can differentiate between the one like this one. One of the applications is to detect the viscosity from the NMR, and this example shows a very good match between the PPT analysis, which is the red points here, and the green real-time viscosity in this case from the NMR, and in this case actually we have very good match between both in this case. The challenges of NMR tools, challenges between both actually you have some sort of challenge, like if you have plugs in carbonates, it will actually little bit shift the point to the the top right, it will be difficult to differentiate between the water and the light hydrocarbon. For example, here you have here like dominant oil, so it is easy here in the oil gradient line, but here actually mixed oil and water between us. In this case, it will see top right. In this case, you can differentiate. In this example, to do 3D continuous line, which is advantage for the MRX. Actually, in the previous times, we used to do some sort of stations. We did this kind of thing to map, but nowadays you can make it continuous loading from to the bottom. By the way, this tool can only run in open hole, can't run in closed hole. So you have it here. Actually, you have oil gradient, transition, and water gradient in this case. So the conclusion of this presentation is NMR can reduce the cost of pouring, porosity independent resorption, viscosity estimation, flow typing, tar detections, and all this kind of application which is in the slides. And I'd like to thank you for listening to the presentation. I would say if I can add some value to you. This is my name, this is my email, and actually this is my link with if you need answer any question or need to be communicated. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.